You mentioned the European Union. You could cite that as a great example of how a constitution leads to an expansion of the state. And yet the history of wanting to unite Europe was a liberal dream. It was a desire to increase liberty.
The initial idea was, of course, to erect a free trade zone, but a free trade zone only requires two sentences. Whatever you want to ship out, you ship out. Whatever you want to import, you can import. But that has almost from the very beginning of the European Union been forgotten, and instead the attempt has been to harmonize the tax and regulation structure in all of Europe. That has not been accomplished completely. There still exists no free trade in Europe. If you watch German TV, for instance, they have constantly reports that the German border control has again arrested a few people who were smuggling cigarettes that are taxed less in Poland to Germany, despite the ultimate goal. We want to have free trade. There is a skiing region in Austria that borders onto Italy, and you can ski down one side of the hill, you are in Italy, and you ski down the other side of the hill, then you are in Austria. And even in that ski resort, they had also the Austrian TV reported with great pride about great accomplishments of the Austrian border controls, having arrested again a few people who had bought a few liters alcohol too much in Italy and smuggled it over to Austria, and vice versa. So the whole thing has very little to do with free trade. And as far as the euro was concerned, it had always been my conviction, I have also written on this, that the purpose of that was to weaken, in particular, the German mark, because the euro would be, of course, more inflationary than the German mark had been. The German mark had always been some sort of obstacle for other countries to inflate as much as they really desire to inflate. That had nothing to do with specific German virtues, but it has something to do with the fact that Germany had experienced the hyperinflations twice, and the German public was a little bit more sensitive towards inflation, so the German Bundesbank was a little bit more reluctant to follow the general inflationary trend that all central banks naturally